Have you ever noticed something about your body that feels unfairly different? Like mosquitoes attack everyone else, but somehow ignore you. Or you sleep 5 hours and wake up like you just downloaded extra energy. If you have even one of these signs, you might carry a rare genetic variant, basically a quiet biological upgrade. And stay to the end, because Hashone is so rare that most people will never meet someone who has it in real life. Quick note, this is education plus entertainment, not a diagnosis. Some of these sound like superpowers, but a few come with serious downsides. Alright, here are 7 signs you might have a rare genetic mutation or variant. #7 mosquitoes treat you like you don't exist. Picture a summer barbecue. Everyone's laughing, and also doing the full body slap routine. One person is swinging at the air like it owes them money. Another is scratching like their skin is on a timer. And then there's you, just sitting there. Totally fine, like you brought invisible armor. Mosquitoes don't just like sweet blood. They track signals, your breath, body heat, and chemicals on your skin. Some people have genetic differences tied to sweat and skin chemistry, often discussed around variants in ABCC1, one that can make those signals weaker or different. So, while everyone else is basically flashing a neon sign that says, "Dinner's ready," your body is whispering, "Nothing to see here." And if that sounds familiar, #6 connects to it even more. #6. You barely smell, even when you should. You know that one person who can work out, walk through heat, dance all night, and somehow still smells normal? No deodorant rescue mission? No stink cloud? Just fine. Body odor usually happens when certain sweat, especially the richer kind from apocrine glands, gets broken down by bacteria. Bacteria eat. Bacteria party. Humans suffer. But with certain ABCC11 variants, those glands can produce much less of the sweat bacteria love. Less food for bacteria means less odor. Simple. Here's the oddly specific part. This variant is also linked to dry, flaky earwax instead of wet earwax. So, if you've got that, and your armpits don't start a parade every time you step outside, welcome to the low odor club. Not a superpower, you can still sweat. But your baseline stink potential might be lower than most people's. Now let's upgrade from smell to a nose that acts like a crime lab. #5. Your nose is basically a forensic scanner. You walk into a room and say, "Someone microwaved fish 2 hours ago." Everyone else? "What? I don't smell anything." You. "I also know someone changed shampoo, and I can probably tell you the brand." If you can detect faint smells that others can't, or scents hit you like they're turned up to 200%, that can be hyperosmia, an unusually strong sense of smell. Smell depends on your olfactory receptors and how your brain processes scent signals. Some people may have genetic differences in olfactory receptor genes that make their detection system more sensitive. Sounds cool until you realize public transportation becomes a horror movie. Perfume stores feel like chemical warfare, and trash bins can unlock memories you didn't ask for. Okay, if #5 is intense, #4 makes other people jealous. #4. You don't need much sleep, and you're still fine. We all know someone who sleeps like a normal human and still wakes up tired. Then there's that other person who sleeps 4 to 6 hours, wakes up early, and somehow functions like a productivity robot. In some cases, this may relate to rare variants studied in genes like DEC2 and others associated with natural short sleep. The idea is, their bodies may recover faster or reach fully charged with less sleep time. But listen, this part matters. Naturally needing less sleep is not the same as forcing yourself to sleep less. If you cut sleep and feel wrecked, moody, forgetful, and sick, you're not genetically elite. You're just sleep deprived. Real natural short sleepers tend to feel stable and functional, not like zombies with a motivational quote. Now, let's talk about something that sounds like superhero lore. #3. Your bones are unusually strong. Ever trip and think, "That's it, I'm breaking something," but you stand up and you're fine, no fracture, no drama? There are rare genetic mutations often discussed around LRP5 that can lead to unusually high bone density. People with this kind of variant may have bones that look almost reinforced on scans. It's not something you can train into existence. It's written into your blueprint, but it's not automatically perfect either. Biology is complicated, and not every case is purely beneficial. Still, if your bones are naturally dense, you might be walking around with built-in structural upgrades. And now we reach the one that sounds like the ultimate superpower, but is actually terrifying. #2. You can't feel pain. Imagine stubbing your toe and feeling nothing. Cutting your finger while cooking and not reacting. Falling hard and just standing up like it was a mild inconvenience. That can happen in an ultra-rare condition called SEPA, congenital insensitivity to pain with anhidrosis. Pain signals don't transmit normally, and people can also have trouble sweating. At first, it sounds incredible, but pain exists for a reason. It's your body's alarm system. Without pain, injuries can go unnoticed and become dangerous. And without sweating, your body can overheat, especially during exercise or hot weather, because it can't cool itself properly. So this one isn't a superpower. It's a constant risk. No warning signs, no built-in alarms. And after all that, here comes Haishon, the rarest of the rare. Hashon, golden blood, Runal. Imagine you walk into a blood donation center thinking you're just doing a good deed. Then the staff looks at your results, and suddenly the room changes. People start whispering. They ask extra questions. You're being handled like you're carrying a legendary artifact. Runal is an extremely rare blood type, often nicknamed golden blood. It's rare because it lacks Rh antigens that most people have. And in certain complex transfusion situations, R0 blood can be life-saving. But there's a catch that makes it feel like a trade-off. People with Rho0 typically can only receive R0 blood, so they can help others. But when they need help, only a tiny, exclusive group can help them back. It's estimated that only a very small number of people worldwide are known to have it. So if someone has Rh0, they aren't just rare, they're medically significant. Alright, out of these 7, which one sounded the most like you? Or someone you know? And if you want part 2 genetic traits that sound cool but come with shocking downsides, comment part 2. If you like story-style science content like this, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.